Since I live in Mexico, I thought I would tell you all about Mexican wool, what I knit with it, and what I'm planning to do with it. This is Gualupita, my name is Caroline, and welcome to my channel. It was during the pandemic that my husband had the idea to take me to a small village not far away from where we live to try and find local Mexican yarn, because I had to keep busy and I didn't have such a big stash of yarn at the time. So he took me to this place called Gualupita. It's in the state of Mexico. It's about 30 minutes from where we live, and it's really small. There's a church in the middle, a small square in front where they have a market sometimes, and lots of shops in the streets coming in and out of the church, and they have many yarn stores. The yarn they sell is mainly acrylic, unfortunately. It's very colorful yarn, and they have a little bit of 100% yarn, wool. It's like this. The first time I went, I only found 3 colors. And since then, they've been dyeing yarn. They have several other colors. And they also sell knitted garments and hats and gloves and everything. The yarn itself is quite thick. It's just been very simple. There's lots of bits and pieces. I don't know if you can see in it. This one, I washed it before I put it in a bowl. And it's very warm because it's 100% wool. And it's not that soft. So I was thinking it's perfect to make like kind of cardigans or jumpers that you wear on top of your clothes. The first thing I made with it was these slippers, and I had in mind to felt them, but I've never been able to do it. I think it's because my washing machine doesn't have warm water. I recently seen in a clip that you have to add boiling water as well to the mix. I don't know, but I think you could make a lot of felted slippers, bags, if you knew how to do it. And then I thought it would be perfect. It was the pandemic, so we spent a lot of time outdoors, having drinks and dinners with the neighbors, and I was always cold. So I made myself this jumper, and it's super warm. It was like wearing a sheep. I still wear it if I have to go to dinners that are outside. Mexicans love it. They have dinner outside, it's freezing, but so I bring my jumper and I'm fine. So this is the first sweater I made with a Mexican yarn. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's a sweater with a pattern in a round. It's translated from Norwegian, I think. The yarn is a bit rough, but it's not scratchy at all. And it's super warm. As I said, it's really like wearing a sheep on you. And this is the sweater I made for my husband. It's famous, the one I made many times. Summer tweed, top-down V-neck sweater, but it looked the same color when I knitted it. It must have been from 2 different sheep, because you clearly see the line where I changed the yarn. I didn't know at the time that if this happens, it's okay, but just make sure that just before you change yarn, you make rows, every other row with the different yarn, so it's not so obvious to see the color. Of course, I know it's there. I don't know if it's so obvious. And last week, I took a couple of my friends to this village. We had a lot of fun trying out the wigs that they make out of the yarn and buying stuff for our friends and families. And I bought this blanket. It's Mexican wool, again. It's quite large. It's perfect to watch TV, or again, if we go outside, we're invited. It's perfect to keep warm. And it's only 250 pesos. So that's about $12 US. The price is amazing. They also make handbags. It's perfect for a yarn project bag to bring your knitting everywhere. I think it's the perfect size and it doesn't look bad. So that's what I've made, and in the future I'm planning to make baskets for the cats with the yarn I got. I made a mistake with this one, I didn't wash it first. But since it's for the pets, I think I can wash it after it's finished. And while talking to the shop assistant, or it was even the shop owner, we discovered that they have a much nicer yarn, but it's from Argentina. I think it's merino. It's very soft, and it would be perfect to make a cable sweater, like Irish style cable sweater. They showed us one that they had made, and perfect yarn for this. And while we were talking to the shop owner as well, she explained to us why the Mexican yarn is so rough and it's got like small twigs and things inside. And the foreign yarn is so soft and nice. And her explanation, I don't know if it's true or not, is that the Mexicans, they don't look after the sheep so well when they're in the fields. That's why it's so difficult to get nice yarn. I don't know if it's true, it's just what they told us. And also, I still don't know what type of sheep they use to make this yarn. It's still a mystery, and I've been looking into it for the last 4 years. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. My roster is out, and in March next month I'm going to Toronto, which I'm super excited about, Chicago again, and Las Vegas again. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.